Woo. Happy Tuesday, everybody. It was less of a woo and more of like a whew. Like tired. I am kind of tired. I'm not gonna lie. I slept a lot last night. Certainly didn't going into Monday. I think I got like 3.5 hours and I just said screw it and I got up and I worked out. I figured like, well, if I don't do it now at like, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm not gonna be able to get it done later. And I think I conked out last night before 11, which is different for me. I'm usually like going to bed after like midnight. Anyways, yeah, it's Tuesday. We're back. I need to grab a link real quick for you guys because I put a video out today. I actually had a video. It's probably the quickest I've ever put something together since I realized, oh, I have this thing. I need to use it. And I don't feel like trying to figure out how to like go get what I needed to actually do stuff with it. And I'm being very vague, but I'm just going to drop the link and you guys can figure out what I'm talking about. But yeah, I was like, I could go do it, but I'd have to fucking try to film outside and around people. And I really don't feel like doing any of that horse apple crap. I don't know why I didn't just say horse crap, but where's my shareable link? There we go. Drop that in here. But yeah, I didn't want to have to try to figure out how to do it over the weekend and then film outside and try to do all this stuff. And yeah, and since work was paying for lunch today and it was an item related to food, I just said, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get stuff from McDonald's and I can do it. It's a packet of fry seasoning, by the way. I don't know why I'm being coy about that shit. But anyways, yeah, I started my lunch break. I filmed myself putting everything into the bag and, getting everything shaken up and trying them out. And then offloaded it onto my PC. And while I was kind of sort of doing my normal job work, fry seasoning should be especially for McDonald's. I feel like they can do it here on a massive scale. I feel like that's part of the reason why they don't do stuff over here very often, is that they have to figure out how to do it for like all of North America, and that shit as far as logistics and cost is like crazy. But I'm like, it's seasoning mix. I'm pretty sure they could get seasoning mixes like that and make it happen. Like, okay, maybe you don't want to give people an extra bag to do that stuff with. I'm like, I can just fucking put in their bag, or get a different fry container. I don't know. But yeah, I got everything offloaded, and when I was supposed to be doing work, I actually ended up just doing a few basic edits to that video and getting everything together, and then I got it uploaded and ready to go. So that's pretty cool. That's the first, very early in the new year. That's so at least some original content for the YouTube channel, but that's like the first legitimate upload that hasn't been like a clip from here or a VOD, since I've been putting up VODs. Yeah, that's the first thing I've had up in like almost 2 months. And the last thing was the seafood grilled chips. And honestly, I had that done. When did I film that? Because I make sure to date my stuff properly, so I know, okay, when the hell did I actually film this? I can think about how far back I got that done. It's the same thing with with the Twitch clips, I should say. Because if I don't date them, I have no idea when the fuck they happened. Yeah, I recorded the seafood grilled chips video on the 25th of October. And it was supposed to go up, I think, like right away. And then that's when I took the several week hiatus originally, before I took like almost a month off from doing anything. So that should have gone up a lot sooner, but it didn't. That's all right. It's up now. Not a whole lot of people watched it, but that's my YouTube channel in general. Yeah, and past that, everything's been either clips that I've put up that are finally going live from streams that happened months ago. I think I finally am into some of the last Persona 5 stuff. That all dropped during December. I finally ran out of Olympics stream clips, and that Olympics stream happened late July. So I got clips until like the mid part of March, but I haven't made anything lately. I probably have stuff I could clip, but I'm like, I don't want to go back and search through stuff again. Anyways, yeah, I biffed on my tweet, as I posted in chat a little bit ago, that I need to turn my controller back on. I'm very glad the PS5 does not show your handle when you turn the damn controller on. It just says, nope, here's a notification that your controller turned on, and here's a battery notification. Yeah, I biffed. I thought I was starting chapter 11. I am starting chapter 10. So, that's fine. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this tonight, because I actually am considering starting up something else tonight, because it won't take very long to get through, and it seems like it'd be a lot of goofy fun. But it looks like with the start of this, we're probably going to have a fair amount of story to sit through, and then there's a fight. So we'll see. You'll get your PS5 soon, my friend. It just, unfortunately, StockX wants to just make you wait on everything. I mean, hell, it took me almost 2 weeks to get my PS5, and after I ordered it, it took about a week for them to even ship the damn thing. And then it sat in Indiana, I think. Either sat there too long. Was Indiana? Yeah, I think it was because it was shipping out, I think, near like Indianapolis. But if it hadn't made the stop in like either New Mexico or Oklahoma, it would have been here much earlier. It would have been here by not New Year's, but by Christmas Eve. Because it was in town by Christmas Eve, and it's like, oh, well, they're not going to deliver it anyways, because they weren't delivering anything on Christmas Day. And it took a large part of the 26th before it even showed up. I waited around like a hawk for that, thinking, oh, God. Because it was said it was supposed to arrive on the 26th, and then it was, when the tracking changed to, oh, it's on a truck and out for delivery, it changed the delivery date to the 28th, and I thought, they're not going to make me wait till Monday, are they? By that point, I'd already cleared off my PS4 Pro, and I was like, I'm ready. I have the space. I just need to get shit set up. Fun. Yes, we figured out that the guy that's in charge of Bleach Japan is our old buddy, not really a buddy, the son of our old boss, who we were looking after and helping out, who was mostly crippled due to being left in a coin locker as a baby, but now is under a different identity, and I don't know, maybe he's a fucking cyborg. Who knows? But we do get to interrogate somebody. We'll just see how long that takes. Are we gonna actually meet his brother, considering he's alive? Yeah, I pretty much figured that I need to get Nanba's bond rank up to its highest, so he gets full XP, so he just doesn't fall behind. I don't think I'm going to keep him on the team, though. He's just going to sit in the back burner. Now we're gonna interrogate him like normal, or is this gonna be like a GTA 5 Trevor interrogation where it's just really uncomfortable to sit through? You're supposed to rip it off harder. Tear the stubble out of his face. Also, I realize this isn't a homeless camp, but it's still very much visible from the street. Basically, even if you tell us the truth, we're gonna punch you. Yeah, we're getting pretty far. There's 15 chapters. There's 14 in the finale, so for a total of 15. And the finale, I have no idea if it's gonna be like GTA again. Yeah, if it's gonna be like Yakuza 5, where there wasn't a whole lot of story until you finally kicked off things proper. It was more like, here's the finale. Oh my god. Like, here's the finale. Do all your shit now, because if you decide to go to this point, we're gonna end up putting you on a path towards the end of the game, and you're not gonna be able to do anything else until you're done. Because the chapters themselves don't seem like they're that long, which means it's all the more important to stop in some of these chapters and the point of no return. Welcome in, Chef Nana. Not there yet, but there's definitely a point of no returns. Still have never played a Tale. I think I said that last time. I've never played any of the Tales games. Yeah, you never did figure out any of the what the hell's happening with streaming from your PC, huh? I really don't. I don't understand why it wouldn't allow that. Like, I've had issues getting Windows to show up properly in Streamlabs myself, but usually it seems to kind of work itself out. I'll play Cyberpunk one day. Maybe when they actually are done with it. And by done, I mean, it's like, here's the DLC and we're not actively developing it anymore, so here you go. It won't let you... Oh, you're streaming directly from the system. Yes, that is a thing at a system level. It'd be the same way if you weren't streaming and you were attempting to record videos or take screenshots. That will end up... That's a choice on the developer. The only way around that is to just hook up directly to an Elgato or something else, like what I have set up, and it'll give you that notification anyways because it's a system thing. But at that point, it's kind of like, screw it, we're still online. I have a feeling that will happen here. I want to say it happened with Yakuza 5 for me. When you hit the point of no return, it's like, this is, you know, big time spoiler territory. I think Persona 5 did it as well. It just said, oh, you're too far, we're not going to let you do this. And I'm like, game's already out, don't care. Oh wow, I just noticed that he's got a red mark left from the tape. That's an interesting that's an interesting little bit to put in there, a little bit of detail. Little does that Papa worker over there in the convenience store is like, they're torturing somebody. Nah, we're not torturing him yet. I don't know how I popped my ankle 3 times. And also I know it's loud enough that it actually triggers the mic. Sometimes. Apparently this guy doesn't know shit. Or knows something, but not how bad things are. You got a good hit of them stem cells.
アメリカで何不自由なく豪勢な生活をしてたからさ。金持ちってのは一目で分かった。まあそれを見て俺も付き合って損はない相手と思ってたよ。そして卒業して日本に戻った時、俺は改めて知った。あの人が金持ちだと思ってはいたが、そのレベルは想像以上だったということ。そして金を持ってるだけじゃなく、裏社会とも太いパイプを持ってるってことをな。うなるほど金があり、裏の力さえ動かせる。羨ましいほどの環境だ。でもあの人は何一つ満たされちゃいなかった。
Because he was a giant jerk.
全く別のものを求めていた。
He craved a Whopper.
表の力だ。
Full frontal power?
表の力。世の中には金にもヤクザにも従わない人間がいる。その相手を屈服させる者は表の力こそその答えだと言っていた。表の力とはつまり人気だ。は？人気？幼稚な発想だと思ったが、何も分かっちゃいないな。じゃあ教えてくれ。文字通りの意味さ。日本の民主主義で人気者に勝てるのはそれを超える人気のある人間だけ。他の者が文句を言ってもやっかみにしか聞こえない。なるほどね。人気は金や裏の力じゃ手に入らない。だがそれを手に入れない限り絶対的な権力も手に入らない。そしてあの人はあるポジションに狙いを定めた。
He's going for prime minister. Let's say Governor Tokyo hasn't been popular in a very long time.
東京都知事こそこの国で
Then again, like, I'd say none of the prime ministers in Japan were, but Abe was prime minister for like a while. I feel like he had one of the longer runs as PM than a lot of folks lately. Japan seems to fucking run through prime ministers really quickly. It's like, oh, there's something happened. Well, they resigned. There's just a vote of, you know, no confidence with the government. So it's like, okay, resign. Time to have an election.
都の予算規模は14兆円。アジアやヨーロッパの一国に並ぶんだ。リアルな人気に支持されつつ法外な金が扱える。これ以上の権力がどこにある。だから青木亮は私と出会った当時からすでに都知事の
I think that's a, I guess if you go for governor of Tokyo first, then you could potentially move into the prime minister's seat, but I'm just kind of like, I'm gonna go for this. I'm like, wouldn't you want to shoot for the stars just a little bit higher? You know? You take my time getting answers out of him. Cool. Oh man. Thank you, Charlie, for the 3 months. Thank you for the sub. Much appreciated. Yeah, we're at another point where the only thing it'll let us do, we can do part-time hero quests, but we're at yet another point where the game's kind of like, you can do those, but don't try to do any other cool side stuff or potentially sub-stories. Ooh, Paps Dude, thank you very much for popping in. I actually didn't, once again, hold on. So I went for my walk before this, so when I came back, I kind of got set up really quickly. So of course, I did the exact same thing. Let me make good on that, there we go. I took the drink of water, though. You get a free one. On top of a,
Ho ho.
There we go. It's really weird that they don't let you do sub-stories, but I guess right now it makes more sense to not be able to do sub-stories, since we're supposed to be interrogating this guy. You can go heal. Actually, I don't even see mobs on the street. It's probably gonna yell at me if I try to leave. Yeah. We need to interrogate Ogasawara while we have him here. Then why the fuck why am I even being given control right now? If I can't leave the area, let's just go right into the interrogation part of it.
ほほ
Oh.
あの人のだ。世の中のグレーゾーンをなくそうってお題目の。ああ。その話を聞いたときは私も青臭い上にありきたりなスローガンだと思った。へえ。なのについてったのはなんでだ。ただあの人は荒川組の力と金で最初からある程度の人員を組織できたからな。そこが他の人間にはない強みだった。政治はスローガンじゃない。結果が全てだ。結果が出せる可能性がある以上、ついていって損はないと思えたからさ。
Oh, hi, Prompto. I just saw that. It's a good kitty, hopefully. You better be good. Or no treats. Maybe a couple treats. Just not that many. I don't think I know Family Video. That they're in your neck of the woods?
もっぱら活動も腐敗の根絶、平等で公平な社会、そういうことをひたすらあちこちで叫び続け、金と時間を使っていた。そんだけ？そりゃ金と時間の無駄遣いってもんだ。俺も最初はそう思った。でもあの人にはその先が見え
Then again, any video stores that might still be around, they're gonna face really tough times. The fact that Vulcan and I Love Video in Austin, both of those could not last. Let's see, when I lived in Ohio for a while, I spotted one and thought maybe I was having a stroke. Video store in 2016? I think the last time I saw like a full functioning video store was like a decade ago. Well, no, I take that back. Because I got to see both Vulcan and I Love Video in Austin before they closed, so it's been about 2 years. I don't think I know Jungle Gyms either. Oh. I don't know if I want to go to Ohio, like, ever. I would say that'd be really crazy, and once again, I have to admit that I had a chance to go to Lonnie Hammergren's house, like years and years ago, and didn't do it. This is when I was like, I don't know, 8 or 9. Like, we're gonna go here, and I'm like, I had no idea who that was out here. And I was kind of like, no. Until I realized later on, I'm like, oh, it's that really crazy house. Like, I could have gone there. That shit ain't gonna happen anymore. Sounds like a giant beef outside, but I think it might be the next door neighbor running like a air compressor.
くさん手に入った。
それがボーナスか。
そうだ。その情報で我々はいつでも彼らを好きに操る。
Such a shocker. The organization is trying to fight corruption is just corrupt as shit.
全国の支部を合わせれば常駐する人間が500。
500か。
ただしデモに参加するだけのものなら10万はいる。
10万？
そのトップにいる人間を君らは今監禁しているんだ。
は、肝に銘じとくよ。
私からも一つ聞いていいか、春日さん。
That's not part of the deal.
あんたはここで何をしてるんだ。元荒川組なんだろう。なんなら私から知事に頼んでもいい。組に戻りたければそうできるようにしてやる。よく考えてみろ。偉人さんの肩を持ってこの先どうなる。そんな面。
Well, they haven't shot me yet, so that's good. Arakawa did do that.
面倒なことになっちまってるな。
そうだろう。だったら今すぐ私を解放しろ。
Except you're not trustworthy there, dude. Even
勘違いすんじゃねえ。俺は組に戻りたいわけでも、偉人さんに味方してるわけでもねえ。うちの店長を殺したやつを追っかけてただけだ。そもそもマブチやあんたらの計画なんて俺は全く知りゃしなかったんだ。
he just wanted to get revenge for the Soapland guy, and it's like, oh shit, this goes really deep, huh?
ここまで動いてきた理由ってのは鼻から損得感情じゃねえ。強いていや、売られた喧嘩を買ったことがきっかけだ。そして先に喧嘩売ってきたな。そっちなんだぜ、小笠原。簡単にはいかなかったな。次からもっと慎重に言葉選ぶんだな。
I don't know. You were in jail for like 20 years there, Ichi. Again, why would they kick me out? Unless it's like, here's a breakpoint so you can save. I guess we can save. Because otherwise I'm like, let's just go back into it and just continue the whole sequence. Like, there's no point in stopping. So I've never seen Ichi have like one of those portable cigarette butt containers. A portable ashtray. There you go. Words. They're hard. Don't know where the hell he put that that cigarette butt at.
メディアへの積極的な露出の働きかけだ。そしてそれも狙いは的中。精力的に活動するブリーチジャパンの設立者としていろんな取材が殺到した。テレビコメンテーターにもなり、世間の評判は上々だった。
And also something that apparently got a lot of coverage, yet we've never heard about it before this game.
若の笑顔が爽やかって、テレビ映りってそんなに大事なもんかね。
大事なんてもんじゃない。発する言葉も大事だが、誰が言っているのか、その顔つきはどうなのか、それが全てと言ってもいい。
で、それからいよいよ。
ああ、そして2010年参院選で初出馬した。
Yeah, if Bleach Japan was... Okay, yeah. If Bleach Japan was a thing in 2010, that's already a problem. Because they would have been active within Kamurocho Unless they figured they just couldn't do anything in Kamurocho, but considering... Yeah, when did Yakuza 4 take place? I think it was 2010. Because if all this shit was happening and it was a big deal within this world, then it's like, the fact that it's never existed prior to this is a problem. Where's the year on this? I don't know why this isn't mentioning year. Did I just click? Yeah, I don't want to store PlayStation Store link, damn it. That's the link I wanted. Come on. All those auto-playing videos on fandom sites. It's wonderful. Yeah, 2010. That's what I thought. I think it was 2010. And I believe it was like one of the few games that actually takes place not around December. Okay, yeah, if I feel like if this was a big thing, or this was a... I hate when they do shit like this. I don't know. It shouldn't bug me, but it is kind of bugging me that you have all this stuff that's supposed to be this fucking important, and it's like, yeah, it never existed before this. So not only were you fucking with maps and introducing really important shit, but you're doing it in such a way that it doesn't feel very natural. Anyways. Yeah, because if this was supposed to be a big deal and this organization was supposed to be a big deal, it would have been noticed. Because they're the exact kind of assholes that would have been trying to do this shit in Kamurocho. I guess it's part of the kind of sort of reboot with this. So just retconning a whole bunch of shit in without really... It's kind of haphazard. Unlike real life, this really was a victory that was tampered with. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let me save the last couple. Let me we're gonna do the last 5 minutes. And we're actually gonna look at that real quick. Since thankfully we can do it here. Give me a second. That's gonna bug me too. I don't know why I can't full screen this shit. I realize I'm gonna have to... Part of this is gonna be this. Yeah, he went on talk shows. Yeah, as he left in 2010, went into politics. Yeah, Citizens Liberal Party endorsement, won the election. We obviously had already covered... Okay, never mind. I missed something there. I thought that they were trying to insinuate, even though we'd already kind of seen it anyways, that they had mentioned that, yeah, that the 3K plan had not been a thing until 2 years prior. Which is part of the thing that kind of bugged me about this to begin with, was that it's like, oh yeah, they ousted the Tojo from Kamurocho 2 years prior to this. I'm like, well, if this game took place at the end of 2020, which I feel like they should have just done that anyways, even though it came out at the beginning of 2020, they should have set it far enough ahead where it's like, okay, this is 2 years after Judgment and all this shit happened, where it's like, okay, we don't have to worry about this so much, like Bleach Japan being a thing and, you know, having been around for 10 years prior. You could have just went, all right, 2 years ago they enacted this plan, which could have happened like literally right after everything that happened in Judgment, which would kind of undo the fact that Omi were trying to get involved in Kamurocho there as a part of the organization that was conducting all the medical experiments that are a part of the main part of that plot. It would have been like, well, why is this family here if the Omi's already got this big fuck off plan that they're enacting with the help of this guy, as well as basically the police. Like, all right, whatever. We don't have to worry about that. At the very least, you can go, okay, this happened after the last bit of story that happened in this world. So cool. As opposed to what this is telling us is this happened in 2017, which clearly just flies in the face of what we've seen up to this point. Not great. Still, I have a problem with that. But cool.
荒川組から知事に登場会の内情が筒抜けだったおかげでできたことだけどな。
その時の様子がこれだな。あ
あ、この極道を一掃した戦果が青木知事の人気を不動のものにしたんだ。
極道を一掃って結局すぐ近江連合の連中に取って変わっただけだぜ。
You know, we're still clearly running around looking like Yakuza, but
すぐに荒川真澄が近江の極道を引き込んだ。そしてその見返りが若頭代行の地位だったんだろう。でもそのことに
yeah, and if he had invited him in, there would be no Tojo left as of 2018. Which means, yeah, that doesn't jive with established canon up to this point. Again, you can just write it off as a fucking retcon, but I'm just yeah, we did find Nanba. He had been hanging out with Bleach Japan because he had become a marked man, knowing about the Egen 3's money counterfeiting operation. So we went and got him, but he was really only kind of cooperating with them in order to protect himself from getting killed, which is okay, as well as hopefully still having a way of being able to find his brother, which is the only reason he was acting homeless and was in Yokohama in the first place. We found him, we had to beat him up, and the entire money laundering operation got burned to the ground because that's exactly what Bleach Japan was going after. They wanted the money. But with the Egen 3's help, or at least the Gomiju's help, the Korean group, they at least let him know. It's like, oh no, we realized we realized what your brother was doing here, and he was trying to dig up the operation. We realized he was very valuable. He was more valuable to us alive than dead. So they brought him in, and they basically kept him there, and kept him underground, really, since we haven't seen it personally, but the Gomiju was running like an underground, not a city, but more kind of like an enclave. So Nanba hated us because he thought, well, now I'll never find my brother, and the Gomiju kind of owed us a solid for helping him out. So they told Nanba, it's like, because your friends are actually good people and not because we actually like you, your brother's alive and he's here. So that's where he's at right now. We're not going to have Nanba for a while, I want to say, but yeah, we at least found him, and he's currently visiting his brother. So it all kind of works out for his little deal. He's still going to get kicked to the sidelines, but
まあな。そして結果は荒川親子は手を取り合って成り上がった。親父は若頭代行に、そして知事も日本最大の組織近江連合という後ろ盾を得た。
で
でもよ、ちょっと待てや。世間はどうであれ警察はさすがに気づくだろう。その時警視庁は何も言わなかったのか。
I mean, Tokyo PD were in bed with fucking the Tojo at one point.
警視庁はそれを黙認せざるを得なかった。
No reason why they wouldn't be in bed with the Omi if it worked out for them.
事情？
登場会が消えてた瞬間からすぐに大門を持たないギャングがいくつも現れるようになった。彼らは少人数で思い思いの犯罪を起こすだけの。
I guess really in the end, if you just ignore judgment and don't treat it as part of this storyline at all, it kind of makes more sense because there would be a power vacuum after Kiryu disappeared. It's kind of weird because they made it kind of feel like judgment would have a spot somewhere. But considering that 6 ended in 2016, it would be good timing after that. Because there was kind of a weird power vacuum already by the end of that game, considering the heads, the big figureheads of the Tojo were in prison, and the ones that were running the show were already in bed with the Chinese mob. The Korean mafia was trying to get a foothold in there too, and I think they were all kind of leading back to the Omi in the first place, even though the Omi alliance I thought was in a kind of a bad spot at the end of 5. But sorry I keep pausing. I'm kind of trying to wrap my head around this and not look at it as a thing where I'm like, wait, are you guys just trying to pull shit out of your ass and retcon it in? Because that's one thing, but I feel like it's just kind of flying into the face of everything that's been established so far. You can't just go, Tojo's gone, where I'm like, motherfucker, the year before this game they were still there.
そんなことまでは知らない。
とぼけるな。登場会が消えた後、カムロ町に近江連合が来て、それを良しと警察が認めたってことは、そのトップだってそれを認めたってことだ。ただでそれを認めるか？堀之内はそんな人間じゃねえ。絶対にメリットがあったはずだ。
何を証拠にそんなこと？
だからその証拠を聞いてるんだ。何かその証拠はねえのか？あるだろう。
Color banding there. I think that's the game. You know, the time I've seen color banding with the PS5 was with the HDR turned on. That's when I realized the HDR on my TV really just does suck ass. So I'm just gonna run with it off just permanently until I get a better television one day. One that actually has like Dolby Vision, HDR, something decent.
なんで都知事の若が今偉人町にまで手伸ばしてきてんだ。それも若の意志なんだ。
ああ、ただ狙いは偉人町というより荻窪豊だ。
荻窪？
都知事選で圧勝し、メディア活動も高く評価されて以来、青木亮の影響力は内閣でさえ無視できないところまで来ていた。しかし民事党の重鎮幹事長の荻窪豊だけは動じなかった。
さすがの貫禄だね。でも狙うにもあんたらには手強すぎる相手じゃねえの？ああ、普通に考えたら手も足も出ない相手だ。でも知事はすぐ荻窪の正体に気づいたそうだよ。荻窪は裏社会の力を飼いならしているということにね。証拠でも掴んだのか？いや、でもあの人には確信があった。なぜなら知事も同じやり方でのし上がってきた人間だ。同じ匂いを持つ人間に出会えば瞬時に見抜くものさ。荻窪を潰せばその後釜に座れるのは自分だけ。他に邪魔する者はいない。はあ。でもそう簡単にいくか？知事の行動は十分に賞賛があってのこと。だからこそわざわざ偉人町に目を向け始めたんだ。偉人町には荻窪と裏社会のつながりを暴くネタが必ずあると睨んだんだよ。なぜなら同じ穴の無地なだから。てか品のない言い方だがそういうことだ。で その計画の実行のために偉人町のブリーチジャパンにあんたが送り込まれた。だな。そしてまずはハンピン・リューマンのマブチを取り込んだ。ひょっとして自分らには近江の後ろ盾があって協力すれば近江でいい肩書きを約束してやるなんてマブチにちらつかせたりしたのかな。
マブチは以前から偉人帳を3つに分け合うことに不満を持っていた。その上マブチはハンピン・リューマンのナンバー2、不満分子で影響力も大きい人間。
And he looks dumb as shit.
人間に目をつけたもんだね。
そのマブチにあんたはうちの店長を殺させた。自殺に見せかけて。あの殺しが偉人さん同士を疑心暗鬼にさせる火種になった。あれを言い出したのは誰だ。
マブチだよ。肉の壁を熟知してこその案だ。だがさすがに私も殺しには賛成しかねた。
でも実際に店長は殺された。だとしたらあんたは賛成しなくとも誰かは賛成したんじゃねえのか。そうだろう。いえ、賛成したのはあんたのボス青木亮だろ。
ああ、ある日知事にマブチの計画を報告した。リスクの大きい話だけに私はあらかじめ別の計画も考えておいた。でも知事の判断はマブチの計
'Cause he's
画で
evil.
問題ないだった。荻窪を出し抜くには大きなリスクもやむなしと。ただし
Turns out the boss plays a lot of blackjack and it bleeds into his planning.
何も問題ないかよ。わか。
そうやって肉の壁に入った亀裂を誰かさんが広げていった。
俺のせいだと。
Well, yeah.
するな。お前でなくとも亀裂を見た誰かがいずれは動き、混乱は起き
Like they were hoping somebody would do something or the crack would get bigger. We just happen to be the people to make it happen.
清流会を必ず構想に引き込む気だ。
Doesn't wash his hands after using the restroom. That is truly barbaric.
そうやって起きた
There are people that don't wash their hands.
荻窪と裏社会がつながる何かが見つかる。
It's one thing I don't have to put up with much anymore. I hope.
偉人さんを何
I hope the person that I have to share a bathroom with at least washes her fucking hands after she uses the restroom.
そうは的中したんだ。
Probably not. And Darkstar, welcome in. Probably not. The person I have to share a restroom with is fucking gross anyways. Not like super duper, but like I hate having to clean because I'm the person that cleans and they don't really.
お友達だったな。南波さんのおかげで偽札のことも
Also, they bought their own fucking bath mats, but it's like, who gets white bath mats? Really? Hey, who has white anything in their fucking, like, one of my old roommates way back when had fucking white towels. I'm just like, that's gross.
調子に乗るな。
Like those are gonna get, it's like dark colors at least, dark colors just look better, you know?
ソギー、この後はどうなる。
偽札事業を潰された以上、もはや荻窪豊に特別な力はない。
Who was it?
その時
Isn't there a baseball player that pissed on his hands?
達成されたはずだ。今後偉人帳がどうなるかは奴の出方次
I
第。
want to say it was a Chicago Cubs player that used to do that.
コンシュルの女王ともある
Oh yeah, it was Moises Alou. Okay.
この町もカムロ町
Sports
と
people are
同じ
fucking weird.
なんだと。
ここも時期大見
Yeah, I have like a dark grayish blue mat that I got from IKEA, and I'm like, it's perfect.
そうだろ
I would get bigger ones. The only things I would change about it is having like a grippy surface. But at the same time, that like gets really weird when you go to wash the mats. It might peel off and shit, but
奴らの数は
yeah, I don't mind it. The person that particular roommate is a fucking moron, so
その情報もう少し早く欲しかったですね
ooh, we get to beat people up now, finally. We're gonna beat them up from get rid of my frustration at fucking canon getting fucked with this game.
鼻が利くらしい。村長。
Yeah, all my towels are great. I gotta replace them though. Like they're all decent, but like every towel I have, I think I've had for a while. So it's like, yeah, I should just like buy like a set of 4 and get it over with.
小笠原さん、この手柄、沢城の頭に伝えてもらいます。わかった、わかったから早く。沢城の頭？よっしゃ、張り切っていくで。
These guys are about to get fucked up. It's a good thing we're out level because I'm looking at the guide. It mentions we have 5 people here, but I think we out level them by like 9 or 10 levels. Okay, they're actually probably too far spread out now, but fuck it. Maybe they'll reposition. That hit enough of them, and that killed 2. Cool. How do they get guns? Why doesn't one of the jobs in this game give me guns? Kick rocks. Oh, he already killed the leader. He went down fast. Yikes! That was fast. Job rankings went up. That's cool. Not that anybody really needs a heal or to get MP back, but I'll take it. I don't think I get anything for rank 19 though. Ah, you're running the wrong way. You're gonna hit a wall there. Alright, did anybody keep track of the guy? Hold on a second. Get fucked. What the fuck were these 2 people, these 2 fucking ding-dongs? What the fuck were they doing? They weren't in the fight. They weren't doing anything. Well, they made off with Ogasawara. How? Alright, anyways. That's not a problem. Obviously, that's a story thing. It's like, oh, it's gonna happen. But I'm like, really? Come on. Apparently without their TV screens, they can't fucking keep an eye on anything. Call it a draw? God damn it. Fuck you guys. Now they gotta mobilize the homeless. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have to kidnap anybody again. If we do, it'll be in the next game. And that's it, my fucking ringtone. Alrighty, have a good night. Thanks for popping by. And I was gonna say, pick up the phone, my controller's making a lot of noise.
またトラブルの予感がするな。
そうか。いや、コミジルのシステムはほとんど燃やしたんだね。ああ、だから私も同じ。偉人町で今何が起きてる
I don't know, can we go visit the florist? Does he have an eye on Yokohama? Why wasn't there a redundancy to this system? Why am I asking so many questions?
戻ってみなければわからないな。でもどの道今すぐには無理だね。うん。わかった。
会長、なんだって？
清流会はなんとか下の反発を抑え込んだらしい。若頭の高部が収めた。
そうか。あの頭、無事だったんだな。
You better hope he's on the German side.
電話ってそれだけが。
いや、 ハンピンリューマンで問題が発生してる。ずっと蝶と連絡がつかないそうだ。
蝶と連絡が？
生きてるか死んでるかもわからない。それでコミジュルの監視システムが使えないかってことだったんだが。
でも焼けちまって動かせないだろう。
その通りだ。
蝶は俺らにコミジュルを手助けしてくれって電話をよこした。その時あいつはハンピンリューマンもクーデターが起きてるって言ってたんだ。
Which means we have to go beat more people up.
ハンピンリューマンは今クーデターの真っ最中でね。マブチのやつが偽札の件で下の連中煽ってやがんだよ。ああ悪い、もうのんびり話せなくなってきた。
やるしかねえな。だろ孫子さんよ。
やるしかって何をだ。
蝶はよ、
Putting the foots to asses. Or boots to
コミ
asses.
ジュルの方を心配してやがった。
That sounds better.
ハンピンリューマンじゃなく
Foots.
コミジュルに加勢して
Who even says that except for me right now?
その男がピンチなんだ。あんたら黙ってていいのかよ。
確か
偉人さんが近江に乗っ取られたくねえって言うんなら、ああいう男は失っちゃいけねえ。俺はそう思うぜ。
春日、お前本気でこれから蝶のとこに行くつもりか？
もち
What
ろん
else are we gonna do?
おうよ。
いいかお前ら。クーデター真っ最中の組織のトップを助けようなんて正気じゃねえぞ。
Yeah, and we're really good at doing insane
正
stuff.
気じゃねえか。かもな。足立さんは反対か？
誰が反対なんて言った？俺ももうちょいで堀之内を追い込めるとこまで来てんだ。
そうよ。私たちみんなスタートはどうであれ自分らが求めてた真実にどんどん近づいてる。
そうだよ。だよな。でも
Except for that bastard Namba.
みんな関わってきてくれた仲間のおかげだ。孫子さんよ。俺はあんたたちも今は仲間だって思ってるぜ。
春日。
できればさ、ぜひコミジュルさんにも一緒に本気になってもらいてんだが、どうかな。
Yeah, come on, get serious.
わかった。
そうこなくっちゃ。
ま、助けが欲しいかくらい蝶に聞きに行ってやろうぜ。で、おせっかいだって言われりゃほっときゃいい。
いいよ一番。もうそんな奴らほっとけよ。
Get out of here, Namba. We'll call you later, maybe.
弟に会いに行ってたんだ。孫妃が言ってた通り生きてたよ。さっき解放もされた。
You don't sound too happy about it.
よかった。
Very bland line reading.
本当によかったじゃねえか。
ああ、
なんだよ。もっと喜ばねえのかよ。
それよりお前に言いたいことがある。
なんだよ。改まって。
一番、偉人帳はもうなるようにしかならねえ。ほっとけ。
Nope.
だいたい偉人さんがどうなろうとお前には知ったこっちゃねえだろ。なんだってお前がそこまでやんだ。こんな町早いとこ出りゃいいだろ。なんでこれ以上面倒にわざわざ首突っ込む必要があんだよ。
Because he's bored.
心配してくれてんのか。
お前の人よし加減に呆れてんだ。そんなんだから俺みてえのにまで利用されちまうんだ。
利用される？そんな風に思っちゃいねえよ。お前は弟さんのためにやるべきことをやってただけだろ。
ああ、そうだよ。その手を握ったんだぞ。
でも
じゃねえよ。俺の手は
Talk faster.
すっかり汚れちまったよ。手だけじゃねえ、身も心も腐っちまった気がするんだ。それもこれもクソみたいなこの町のおかげでな。俺はもうこんなとこうんざりなんだよ。
なんば
このままここにいて人の頼みばっか聞いてたらろくなことにならねえ。今の俺と同じ気持ちになあ一番。これ以上他人の面倒に
巻き込まれんのは俺だけじゃねえ。もともとは青木亮と荻窪って二人の権力争いがこの町全ての騒動が起きてんだ。しかも他人事じゃねえんだよ。向こうは認めねえだろうが、俺は若と兄弟みたいなもんだと思ってきた。
Yeah, a little bit.
あの人がこ
At
の
least for the channel points. It's mostly sounds at this point.
他人事みたいな顔
I still have to add more. I haven't made them yet.
そうかよ。
I figured at least do something mildly fun with channel points, because otherwise I don't have anything. Yeah, I turned that one off, like it exists, but it's disabled for now, mainly because it's just kind of like it didn't do anything, and I had nothing. It was just like, hey, do you have a lot of points that you want to spend? Here, do it. It doesn't give you anything, it's just a way of spending channel points, and it's not like channel points do anything good for me. It's just something to tie into goofy shit or whatever that you want to do with it. Maybe different if it was for like bits or something, but at least at that point I'm like, oh yeah, I'll make something out of bits. Channel points? Nah. They're just whatever.
でもさよならは言わねえぜ。またどっかで会えるはずだしさ。それに呼んでくれたら俺らもすぐ駆けつけるし。せいぜい達者でやってくれ。
All right, bye Nanba. Wasn't gonna put you on the team anyways.
止めないの？
まあ仕方ねえよ。あいつの気持ちも。
Good. He's done talking now. Let's fucking go.
よし。じゃあ一丁行くか。
分かってる。
孫妃、お言葉ですが、できればとどまっていただけないでしょうか。
どういうことだ？
今コミジルでは
I want him to drop like 50 Hydra homies on me.
皆の元にいていただきたいと存じます。
It's a lot of water. Small sips, I guess, at that point. I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
まあいいってことよ。確かに火星を頼んだけど。
Thank goodness for a mute button. Although I feel like it spikes the mic real quick when I actually press the button. It's a problem with having an all metal body on this mic.
マジで？そりゃありがてえ。
なんなりとお申し付けくださいませ。
Alright, we got a new fucking party member. And he'll be really helpful when we go to power level later. Because he's got one particular move. I don't know if he has it yet. But one particular move that will be of great assistance to us when we start fighting invested vagabonds to get that sweet, sweet experience. And speaking of sweet, sweet. Oh my. Songhee, she's so mean looking, but I'm feeling she's just a very nice lady. I was about to say, he disappears because Eddie is in our party right now. Let's see, Jungi Han's extensive training and covert operations give him a tactical edge over charm, brainwash, and rage. Okay, so he doesn't fall for those. And stuff's back on the map. Yeah, okay. So actually we're at a good spot right now that we need to get over here. I don't know if once we're done with that. Yeah, this looks like it's going into a dungeon. And I don't think I quite want to run into that just yet. I'm feeling that would be its own deal, so we'll figure out what we need to do with this guy. God, he's only level 28? Pfft, what the fuck? That's great. We might have to do a run through the Yokohama dungeon anyways, but I might do that. That's what I was like, I wasn't sure how much I wanted to play of this tonight. Because I feel like anything I want to do is either gonna probably be better off if I do it on my own. And then move on with the story. Alright, let's move him into the party, though. I just don't know who I want to get rid of. What job does he have? Because the best job I know that he's supposed to have is Hitman. Okay, he has Hitman. That's his starting job. Okay, and he already has Rapid Shot. Rapid Shot is the move that I know of that does a ton of hits, which is why it's useful against invested vagabonds, because you can only do 1 hit point of damage against them, but you want to hit them as often as possible because they don't have a ton of HP anyways. So it'd be kind of nice if like one of these did roughly half their health bar. Yeah, because you can turn him into anything else. He looks cool as Devil Rocker. And we have to get our bond rank up all the way. But as far as I know, there's really no point in giving him anything else except for Hitman. And sadly, we can't change his... maybe we could change his costume? That's fine. We didn't assign him. So he's going to get experience, but he's better off being moved into the team now. But man, his fucking HP stinks. Alright, well we need to get him a weapon anyways, because that ain't going to work out. Whatever he's got right now is going to be way too fucking low. I'm surprised I didn't initiate battle, but we'll run into these guys. Yeah, because these always seem to... They always seem to end up giving us a group right around this street that's relatively within our level. Yeah, this is all single target. Which actually kind of sucks. Yeah, he's clearly underpowered. That sucks. That doesn't help me. MCG, welcome in. No, he ran into the wrong fucking person. He was going after Saiko and then just ran into Ichi anyways. Follow up. Bam. So I'm actually curious to see... I don't think you can level up bond rank. Yeah, like, see, her... If you look at Eddie's experience bar down there, she's only getting 60% of what she normally would get. We'd have to do more stuff related to the confection business to get her bond level up. That's really like the most important thing. It's like if you can get your bond ranking up to the point where they're at least earning regular experience like everybody else, and it's like, all right, cool, then I don't need them in battle. Which means she'll technically start falling behind. That's why I'm like, I don't know who to swap out. Okay, we can make that. That's the better weapon anyways. Actually, not really. I don't know where to get the Super X from. I guess for right now we could make this because it doesn't cost that much. We have more than enough materials. Romance of the 10 Pieces. I don't remember that story at all. Okay, we need armor for him. Do we have anything we can make for him? Sure, we'll go ahead and make that for him. And... oh wait, that's apparently lower than what he has. Okay. There we go. Give him some gear. Needs more HP anyways. Anything else that will give him even more HP? I don't know. Like a health ring would give you more HP, but that's apparently not how that works. We'll give him a little bit more attack. Oh wait, damn it. But I was still on that first one. There we go. Alright, having a better weapon definitely is going to help him. Oh yeah, actually we can follow up on homeboy over here if I could actually get through that fucking hedge, but since we started this right here, might as well follow up with dude we found in the trash heap. Alright, should I take the shiny black object, the dull metal object, or the creepy object? That is our important question right now. Cast your votes on the voting machine that doesn't actually exist. Speaking of votes, I gotta check on that real quick. And see how creepy. Gotta check on a particular election that was going on today that was of decent importance. Well, that's not going to work out very well. Good to know that potentially Georgia is just completely full of shit. Right on, I didn't need to check that then. Alright, we're going with creepy object. A rhyme amulet. Oh, I checked NPR. It says 90, maybe they were behind, but I think NPR uses different calculation. Because I also noticed that with the general election last year, was that some places like, oh, we're not calling it, and other places like, fuck you, we already called it. I might as well check the Associated Press. Oh, New York Times. But I thought they were the failing New York Times. Only according to one man. And he'll be gone very soon. I do like the idea that potentially Scotland is cracking down and not letting anybody in or out, specifically so Trump can't try to go there. Like, nah, homeboy, we don't care what you have here. You're going to jail. Yeah, see, I'm seeing the same thing here. They're behind, but not by much. It's 91% estimated votes reported. And it's not like a big difference. But from what I'm looking at here is that both right now, since they haven't been called, and they're not going to call those at any point until all votes are counted. It looks like the incumbents are going to, based on the votes left, okay. But I guess it would really, it depends upon where the last number of votes are going to be coming from. Because if they're still counting in places where it's going to primarily lean blue, yeah. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm on the New York Times website right now. Okay. That's a, but I'm right on their front page. But yeah, okay, I see that now. I see, because that's exactly what Charlie just sent me, was the forecast below it. I'm looking at the results that are above that, but then, yeah, when you look at this and it goes, oh, okay, well, here's the shit that's left. They still got to count East Atlanta. Ooh. So it'll be kind of nice to be able to shove Mitch McConnell directly into a trash can and then shoot his ass into the sun. What he deserves. Although someone's gonna watch this VOD one day and go, what the fuck are they talking about? I'm like, what we talk about on this channel. We talk about Yakuza, and we play it, and we talk about how retconning sometimes pisses me off, but then we stop and we talk about important subjects. We're gonna get more stuff from this guy. Is this gonna be like a weird multi-piece fucking sub-story? Yes. And it's gonna be there for a while. What does this piece of gear do? It's clearly an accessory. Rhyme amulet. Charm infused with prayers to protect wearer from frostbite or sickness. Oh, okay. Very well. I just kind of want like really bad stuff to happen to people like him. I'd rather the just desserts for both him and Trump come down hard and swift. Actually, I'd kind of like to just watch Mitch McConnell melt down, and not just in like a metaphorical sense. I want him to just melt down in a literal sense. He realizes he's gonna lose what power he's tried to keep over the last 4 years, and he just dies. He just turns into something straight out of the movie Street Trash. I was gonna say the movie Body Melt, but I'm like, that might be that. I was like, oh, that might be a little bit too obscure. Somebody might not know that movie. Not realizing, yeah, there's probably a lot of people that don't know what the movie Body Melt is. I don't remember what the cause of things was in that movie. With Street Trash, it was just really, really crazy hooch. Thing is, he's rich as fuck. Yeah, that's the problem. Unfortunately, lots of rich old white people in politics, and it's like, oh, I'm not in power anymore, but I am still richer than literally everybody. Like, oh, well, that doesn't make me feel any better. Makes me feel a little bit better when we get him out of there, but unfortunately, we'll be stuck with a large amount of Trumpy politics and politicians for some time to come. I don't remember what we needed for some of the other combinations in this restaurant. If I remember, that means that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and go, oh, what does her family do? I'm like, oh. See if I can change outfits for Han. God, he needs more levels though. The fact that they have him at level 28 means that's probably where I should be in levels right now anyways, which sucks. Oh, hey! So they gave him the outfit for the person he was a body double for in 6, so you just can run around as that guy. There you go, he looks a little bit sexier and like that. Get them abs, boy. Okay. Good old parlay. I want to shit talk them a lot. I generally don't. Mainly because I don't have enough shit to talk. And on top of that, I know if I do it really, really hardcore, I might have to have a conversation with one person that I know works for them. But it's also one of those things where I just like I've wanted to ask him about that shit for a while and be like, I literally don't know how the fuck you work for him. I didn't realize this was a fucking part-time hero deal. Oh, now I have to look up whatever the hell you guys are talking about. Oh. So at first it shows me, I'm like, why am I seeing a hip-hop album? But then I see it now. Some copium. It's always interesting when you can end up completing a mission and go, I didn't even try to complete that mission. There's not enough machines in here. Why is there no hang on? Yeah, it's just, it's weird that I feel like the way anybody that isn't like a complete trash fucking shithead would work for Parlay would be them trying to pass it off as, well, we're not trying to be the right-wing shithead place. We're just trying to give everybody a voice. And it's like, well, first off, not everybody needs a voice. If 20 years on the internet has taught me anything, probably 20 plus at this point, if it's taught me anything, the internet's a fucking mistake, and a lot of people need to get the fuck off of it and just get a hobby. Like, I don't know, do something else. Like, you don't need to be on here. You're better off without it. And at the same time, it's like, oh, if you're trying to have a voice, I'm like, no, it's kind of the platform holders fucking... It was the problem I had with Steam, when they're just like, yeah, we're not going to police our platform. We're going to kind of just leave it up to you guys to do that for us. Bye. And I'm like, I was legitimately upset with them for a while, and I was not buying anything. Because I was just kind of like, I don't like the idea that you guys... Oh, yeah. Yeah. That kind of leads into people I don't talk to from there anymore as well. Where I was just kind of like, you probably just need to move on. I don't want to say who. We've talked about this person before in the past here on the broadcast, but it was just kind of one of those things where it's just like, you need to... They need to come back to reality and realize what they want is not what they're going to get. If Papstube was on NeoGeo.com, that would be kind of weird. And I've said it before on here, like, I feel like I've gotten to know people from those boards better outside of the boards than I ever did there. And, I mean, Charlie, you're one of them. Folks like Geo, folks like MCG, Spin. I'm gonna use, like, I know all the real names, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to, just in case. Your real name is, or, you know, a version of it is right there in your handle, so it's like, all right, that's one thing. But yeah, I got to know people a lot better afterwards, which is kind of weird because it's like I kind of just added a number of people back in the day without, I knew them from their handles, like Vanilla Thunder. Like, I really didn't know the guy, and he's not on Facebook anymore anyways. Like, he said, fuck it, I'm not going to sit through this pandemic and be online and have to deal with this, especially with when it was in the months leading up to the election. He just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm going to just deactivate my account and walk away from it and do something else with my time. And he had the right idea on that. It's like, I didn't really know the guy, but I added a lot of folks. So the people I kept are the people that I actually got to know over time. The people that are not on my friends list anymore are the people I just didn't connect with. Or flat out, I just became antagonistic against. Like Smokehouse, I dropped that guy once I realized he was coming into my posts. Anytime I made something that was an anti-gun sentiment, that he had to come in and get his pieces. He had to get his piece in. At that point, I'm just like, I'm done with this guy. I'm 100% done. That dude had an anger problem, for sure. Like, he had an anger problem on the boards. He was there was a couple of times where I saw him go off on people and I was like, God damn. Okay, cool. Like, I'm not, whatever. Merc was on there, but Merc, he deactivated as well. But I mean, that's part of the things I've kind of clowned on a little bit. In past streams, and it's been a while, but I mean, it comes up every once in a while. Was, you know, let's swap over to So I'm gonna save. I'm gonna swap games here in a second, but we can talk for a bit. Because there's not much to do here. I'm gonna do a lot of this shit on my own. I'm gonna do a lot of side shit probably in the next day or so.